Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the Noon News from Montana's news leader.
Good afternoon, and thanks so much for starting your week with us here on the Noon News. I'm Samantha Sullivan. After 45 years, finally closure for the family of Clifford and Linda Bernhardt. Just about an hour ago, the Yellowstone County Sheriff's Office announcing the murder of the Bernhardts back in 1973 has finally been solved. The couple was found dead in their Billings Heights home in November of 1973. Sheriff Mike Linder says in 2004 there was a break in the case. With developments to DNA profiling, investigators realized they had a sample to test, but unfortunately there were no matches found at that time. But now, based on evidence and genetic analysis, the Sheriff's Office has identified Cecil Stan Caldwell as the killer. Linder said Caldwell was a former co-worker of Linda Bernhardt. Records show he died in Billings back in 2003. The Bernhardt case was the oldest cold case being investigated by the Yellowstone County Cold Case Unit, which was established back in 2012. There are currently 8 other cold cases under investigation at this time. In other news this afternoon, flooding continues to cause problems around the state as the February snow melts away. Interstate 90 between Hardin and the Wyoming state line is still closed this afternoon. The closure was first announced on Saturday as floodwaters spilling over from the Little Bighorn River covered portions of the interstate. The Montana Department of Transportation issued a flood warning for that stretch of highway. Drivers are being directed to leave the interstate at exit 497 in Hardin and are being rerouted on local county roads. A Red Cross shelter has been set up for residents who are feeling the impacts in that area. More information on that can be found on our website. And along that same stretch of interstate is Crow Agency, where the Crow tribe has issued a state of emergency due to the flooding. Chairman A.J. Not Afraid Jr. shared the declaration on Sunday evening. In the executive order, Not Afraid states the flooding threatens the health, safety, and welfare of the residents of Crow Agency. He adds the tribe began applying its emergency operations plan back on Friday. And meanwhile, ice and flooding also have been a concern in the Glendive area. Bailey Gibbs, a rancher, shot this video on Saturday while checking his land. DS coordinator Mary Jo Gaynor says yesterday a flooded road kept people from getting into town, but no one was actually in danger. No structures have been threatened and conditions have been improving.
We do have a little slushy ice coming down right now that I believe is from that jam that was at Hathaway. Broke loose sometime yesterday, but I do not believe there's any threat with that. The ice that we had yesterday, the biggest portion of that I truly believe came from the Tongue River. The Powder River had a lot of ice on it this year also that pushed into the Yellowstone. This is probably more ice than I've seen in a while.
With the warm weather this past week, all of that snow that came in February, of course, is starting to melt, causing these flooding problems. This large amount of snow melt in the Gallatin Valley is also causing some serious concerns for homeowners. But as MTN's Medeiros Babb finds out, there are some steps you can take to prevent damage.
Flooding could occur, flooding might not occur, we don't know. But we know that risk exists. And really, the key message for this time of year is we want to keep the water flowing.
With springtime coming into full swing, the snow is melting and waterways are flowing. Gallatin County Chief of Emergency Management Patrick Lonergan says it is crucial that homeowners stay prepared so that water doesn't flow into their homes.
You know, once that flooding occurs, the damage is done. So time spent on the front end and being proactive on instituting your protective measures can go a long ways.
Lonergan says because there is more snow in the valley than usual, precautionary measures are a must.
Make sure that, you know, if you've got vents into your crawl space or you have basement windows, that the snow is not up against those. So as it melts, it has less of a chance of impacting your basement.
Another way to prevent flooding is through the use of sandbags by placing them as barriers to stop water from damaging your home. In Bozeman, Medeiros Babb, MTN News.
Now, the Gallatin County Emergency Management System asks that if your home is flooded, you let the organization know so it can notify other residents in the same area. Well, now we'll turn things over to Ed in the Weather Center. A lot of talk about the eastern parts of the state, but the west, there's still a lot of snow on the ground that could cause some problems.
Absolutely. Of course, we expected to still see it in the mountains this time of the year, but as this graphic shows, it gives you an idea where the snow is still on the ground, a little bit up into the Fort Peck region, but a lot more as we look into central and western Montana. And now we got another round of showers starting to move in, plus we've got a warm up on the way as well. So we're going to expect a lot more of this snow melt to start to increase the potential for some flooding, as a lot of this ground still obviously frozen with the snow. So with the frozen ground, it doesn't give anywhere to go, so it just flows into culverts and streams, and it could cause the potential for some localized flooding. Closer look at the forecast details coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Ed. Well, the southern border, it's been at the head of a national conversation for over a year now. It's a problem with no easy answers. What should be done to secure the U.S.-Mexico border? Well, President Trump wants a wall and declared a national emergency to try and get it. MTN's RUSS RIESINGER is at the southern border right now, taking a closer look at the issue and has a preview of what he'll be reporting on for the rest of the week.
I'm standing here on the banks of the Rio Grande, right across from Mexico. It's a long ways from Montana, but what's happening here concerns many of you back home. In our MTN MSU poll that we did last fall, 65% of those who responded, both Democrats and Republicans, said that illegal immigration is a serious concern. And law enforcement has told us time and time again that many of the drugs that plague Montana come from Mexico. We headed to the border along with Montana U.S. Senator Jon Tester.
About how many people are you apprehending a day here?
Well, we average about 1,000 a day.
They just got picked up by that truck. Looks like they're going
1,000 people a day.
Border Patrol stays busy 24/7 here in the Rio Grande Valley.
The issue at hand is, does a contiguous physical wall solve the problem? To me, that's the debate.
We've got to deal with what's causing the root problem of this immigration situation. It's, if we don't get to the root problem, we're not going to be able to be successful in a lot of what we're trying to do here.
This week I'll be taking a closer look at the situation here and also what's being done to protect our borders. We'll also find out what Senator Tester thinks after making a visit here. Near McAllen, Texas, I'm RUSS RIESINGER reporting for MTN News.
Thank you, Russ. We'll be looking forward to those reports. Well, coming up here on the noon news, the president is responding to the conclusion of the Mueller report. We'll have those details from Washington. But first, Ed joins us with a look at the statewide forecast as we head into the last week of March. We'll be right back.
You're watching MTN News with Samantha Sullivan, Storm Tracker weather with Ed McIntosh, and Farm and Ranch News from the Montana Ag Network. This is the noon news on Q2, Montana's news leader.